Glenn Parker, High Vibration Foundation. You are watching Glenn TV. As an anchor, I'm experimenting starting today as I to rekindle this idea of unconditional love, or if I have more of a fear-based vibration coming in, or if I'm in an environment that might not be in a higher resonance, then I use the following anchors: multidimensional, immortal, all that is, and remind myself that I am all those things, as you are, all of you that are watching. You chose to play a great game with a whole bunch of your friends. You are immortal, vibration, light, and love, who chose to manifest and forget to play a game with yourself, to go, you don't remember that you're all these things, because you wouldn't be able to play a game of limitation if you remember that you were an unlimited being. You would be eternally loving, and you wouldn't have stole your brother's bicycle or pushed him out of the tree or cheated with your friend's best friend's wife or any number of things. And these are the anchors I remind myself to remind this interplay in this great game. And when I watch movies and I see people sacrifice themselves, and it is a movie, but there are real world situations where people make particular types of sacrifices for others in a number of different ways. And it's the game that you're playing that you think that maybe they died to make that sacrifice, and they always have been and they always are. You created that illusion to see what it would be like as an immortal being. Imagine never, 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 never dying, right? Because it is the illusion. And going in to play a great game, and that you've never had the experience of dying before as an immortal being, to go, wow, I'm going to set up something so that me and a whole bunch of my friends can go to a holodeck and experience something that would be called physical, and that is made up of light and love, but has the illusion of being there, and all these things that are all that is, the hose, my headsets, me, all these things behind me, are existing as different vibrations to give me a different experience, and I've molded them into those things. I'm in my own universe, slipstreaming as a consciousness through an infinite amount of parallel realities, all happening simultaneously, and tuning the channel via my vibration to be able to experience more and more. And these are the things I remember while I'm in the hospital, and when I see nurses that are so extremely kind and come in and help, and they don't realize that they're playing this game, and the patient doesn't realize they're playing this game. To have this unique point of view of seeing all these people do all these really sweet interactions and loving interactions for each other, and not even realizing that they're playing a game. And that is the point of view that I've adapted in this moment in time. It is there all the time. If it does drift away, I can rekindle it in an instant by this particular mantra or any number of ideas. And unconditional love generally just comes in. Now today, it's almost 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on Wednesday, the whatever. Oh, it's the 12th. And I haven't eaten yet. My procedure was scheduled for 3. It's now going to be 5 o'clock. After that, you have to lay in bed for 4 hours. Yay. But I'm very, very, very excited. I was really excited that 3 o'clock was coming. I'm getting ready. I put my stuff away. I'm like, let's get Daddy's ready. Let's get this done. And they didn't show up. I'm like, hey, I'm still ready. Let's just get this done. The idea of being able to feel better and have like my body be more in tune is like one of the more exciting. If you've ever been in a body or been sick or had the flu and had diminished capacity, just imagine that being like permanent. And this helps. Like my blood pressure is stable most of the time, but I still have chest pain because the heart is not doing what it's supposed to do. It doesn't have an absolute normal rhythm, and I think it mixes the good and the bad blood together. But they're going to go in there and look and fix anything that is going on. I'm extremely excited about that. And the idea that the doctor doesn't know that we're playing this game, all these different points of view, adapting this new point of view of being a loving, immortal being, having reawakened and a new understanding that all these other people are still asleep and doing their thing and not realizing, and not have to be in fear and be able to give them energy upgrades when you talk to them, and drop little hints that they're immortal, and the ones that seem like they're ready for that type of information, give them more and more. And some really do take to that and go, wow, that's interesting. I'm like, well, check out my channel, it's Glenn TV, and there's a lot more information and links to resources based on that. So I am Johnny Energetic Vibrational Appleseed, and the other day, when I took a walk around this ICU ward, I had unconditional love coming through. I was listening to a channeling from Ishuwa of the YahYel, and I had unconditional love coming through, and I felt a very YahYel attachment, and I spread that to anyone in the hospital that was energetically willing to receive it as an energy upgrade and for healing. So those who might have actually not made it might have had a little extra energy and healed a little faster, and the ones that were doing fine were able to leave a little earlier. So I like all of that, and I'm having a wonderful time. It's about an hour, it's around 4 o'clock, so an hour from now they might come. I'm reluctant to sleep because they're supposed to be immobile for 4 hours. I'm hoping that they're gonna give daddy some sweet ass drugs and allow me just to like be zonked out for a while. That's after I eat, because I called in earlier today. I don't know, it was like 10, 11 o'clock, and I'm like, I left them a message, and these are the people that bring and prepare the food. And I'm saying, hey, I have a procedure today. I know I can't have lunch. I'm assuming I can have dinner. And to make up for the caloric deficit from missing like 2 major meals today, can I have 2 of what I'm going to tell you? And I want a hamburger with some Swiss cheese on it, and whatever vegetables you have, and this, that, and the other thing. And like less than 5 minutes, the nurse comes in and goes, "Did you just order some food?" I'm like, yeah, but when I left a message, I told them it wasn't for lunch. I said it was for dinner, and I knew I wasn't allowed to eat. But I just wanted to have that ready because I'm hungry as hell and I'm bored, and I want to make sure my food is going to be here for tonight. And he laughed. He's like, oh, okay. So still having a good time, even in the hospital, still remembering that I'm immortal, still bringing through unconditional love. And what's interesting to close off the story is that I was trying to sync up with the doctor to get some heart medication just to put a Band-Aid on what's going on so that I could breathe okay and like stabilize the blood pressure, because it just literally just wildly bounces around. And I think it's making up for the fact that it's not working, the heart's not working effectively enough, and enough oxygenation is not happening, so the heart has to work faster to produce enough oxygenation, and emergency situations happen where it's having to push around more blood to get a proper amount of oxygen saturation, and adrenals are overworking. So as I'm talking to him and I dismiss him, I'm coming back and I haven't eaten, so I'm kind of drifting around a little bit, but I have, I think I need to maybe take a little siesta before my little event. I don't know, like the body's like, dude, this is a bummer. It's like, can you just feed me something, please? But still remembering multidimensional, still remembering, not bringing in any unconditional love today. The body's like, between the magnesium and all the drip that they're doing here to try to keep the balance, my pHs are off, and I just don't feel it, and I'm feeling it today. I haven't really sat in that idea today. My mom came and visited for like a couple hours. She's off to get something to eat. She insisted on being here today. And I guess I don't blame her. She is a worrywart by nature, so hey, she's worrying about me. That's all good. So I think I'll let you go, but in closing, I would say, if you haven't heard of this idea that you're a multidimensional being that exists as all that is, as light and energy, check out some of these links. Find the one that speaks to your heart and not to your mind. There's tons of links in the description down below. There will be. There might not be now, but when I get home, I will go ahead and re-add them. And if they're not now, open any of my other videos that I'm not in the hospital, and you'll find them, because all of them have those links. So if this is the first time you're watching, this is definitely an opportunity to go and find links for energetic upgrades for yourself. And I'm just still amazed at our modern technology and the stuff they're going to do to go in there and fix everything. I think that it's simply amazing. They can just go through an artery with a little micro camera and some little toys and go in and fix and do things that make such a high impact on the human existence. So I love all the people, I love everyone, and I hold them in my heart. But a particular place in my heart today for everyone, for the cardiologists, for all the people that are going to be there, and for the people that developed this technology and wanted to make life better. Big kisses to all of you alive or already in the astral state, in the higher fourth density state. So thank you very much for joining me. Glenn Parker, High Vibration Foundation. I can still crank out a 10-minute video even in the hospital. Coaching, life, business, and spiritual. Also retreats, boys and girls. Don't forget retreats. Important to spend time with like-minded individuals in a vibration. And if you do like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much for joining me. Much love to all of you. I hold anyone who is watching in my heart and in my energetic field to be able to share in this unconditional love. If you set an intent to share in this unconditional love, this vibration that you truly are, that has been coming through for me, it will start to give you energy upgrades to a point where you will be coming into this new energy.